Anil Chitradmat, Assistant Professor, Civil Engineering Department, STJ Institute of Technology. So today I am going to explain how to conduct the experiment on the minor losses in the pipe. So we know that whenever we are considering the pipe flow, we are having the two types of the flow. One that is major, we can observe the two types of losses. One is the major loss and the minor loss. So major losses of the pipes occur because of the friction between the flowing liquid as well as the pipe, and the minor losses occurs because of the bends and elbows because of sudden enlargement and the contraction of the pipes. So we can observe the minor losses in the pipe. So today we are going to see how to conduct the minor losses in the pipe. So we need some of the observation to conduct this experiment. So just let us see what are the observations. So first is the area of the collecting tank. So whatever the collecting tank is there, you have to take the area of the collecting tank by taking the diameter. And the specific gravity of the manometric liquid. As we know, when the water is flowing in the pipe, so because of the variation of the pressure, so that variation we can observe in the manometer. So it is filled with some manometric liquid. So whatever the specific gravity of that manometric liquid, you just note down. So we can use the CCl4 or we can use the mercury as a manometric liquid. So because of sudden enlargement, so whatever the loss is occurs, so we are going to take some of the observations. So that is the diameter of the pipe 1. So whenever the water is flowing, the pipe 1 diameter you should measure, and the diameter of the second pipe. So it is connected, second pipe you have to take, and area of corresponding diameters you have to calculate. That is area of the pipe 1 and area of the pipe 2. It is represented by small letter A1 and small letter A2. You have to calculate here. So whatever the observations we can observe for the sudden enlargement, so these observations are similar for the sudden contraction also. So observations you have to take first, then we will start with the procedure of the experiment.
Okay.
So this is what the experimental setup for the minor losses in a pipe. So we can observe here. So this is the experimental setup. So we can observe whatever the inflow pipe is connected. So this is what the inflow for this experiment. So the water will be discharged using this pipe. So you can observe here this pipe is connected. So it is having the larger diameter, then it has been contracted to the smaller diameter. So even here we can observe, so the losses we can observe because of the sudden contraction here. So the diameter of the pipe 1 is larger and the pipe 2 is smaller. So whenever the water is flowing through larger diameter to the smaller diameter, there is a variation of the pressure. So what type of the losses occurs in this situation is considered as the loss due to the sudden contraction. So in order to measure the pressure difference, so we are having the two limbs here. One is left limb and right limb. It is connected to the manometer here. You just observe the manometer. The scale is attached to the manometer in order to take the pressure difference. The right limb as well as the left limb is there. So in these tubes you have to fill the manometric liquid. It may be the mercury or CCl4. So initially the level of the manometric liquid should be same. So and these inlet and outlet pins are connected to the manometer. So in order to take the pressure manometric reading, we will use this manometer to take the pressure difference. So then this is what the controlling valve through which we are controlling the water. So the supply water is here. When the water enters to the sudden contraction, there is a variation of the pressure. That variations we can take using the manometer. That is, you have to measure what is the left limb reading and right limb reading using the scale. So after taking this manometer reading, so we have to take the collecting tank reading. So this is what the collecting tank. So if it is a square, you have to take the L into B. If it is the circular, you have to take the diameter of this collecting tank. So you have to initially allow the minimum discharge and you have to take the manometer reading. So after taking the manometer reading, you have to take the collecting tank reading for 20 centimeter rise of the collecting tank. So we are having the piezometer here. So just observe here, this is what the piezometer. So for the 20 centimeter rise of the water in the piezometer, you have to take the time by using the timer. You have to close this wall whenever you are taking the time. You have to close the wall and you have to take the time. So this is what the observations we need to take for the calculation. So after this minor losses because of the sudden contraction, the similar steps you have to follow for the sudden enlargement. So you can observe here, this is the pipe, again it is connected here. So you can observe this is what the smaller diameter pipe, this is the larger diameter pipe. So in this situation what happened? There is a sudden enlargement of the pipe. So because of this sudden enlargement, whatever the pressure difference is there, it has been observed by the another manometer. So you can connect these two limbs to the another manometer. Whatever the pressure difference is there, that you have to take by using the manometer reading. Similarly, you have to take the collecting tank reading. So this is what the procedure for the minor losses, and you have to take the more trials by uniformly increasing the discharge. So by the increment of the discharge, you have to take the 4 to 5 trials to find out what is the minor loss as well as the major loss. So whatever the observations we have done, that is the diameter of the pipe 1 is November, we have to check the diameter of this one, diameter of the pipe 2 is November, diameter of the outlet pipe. Similarly here, diameter of the pipe becomes this one, D1, diameter of the pipe 2 becomes this one, that is D2. Corresponding area I have to calculate. If you have filled the CCl4 in the manometer, you have to write the specific gravity of the CCl4. So these observations and the readings you have to need for the calculation of the minor losses in the. So let us see how to conduct this experiment, that is the minor losses in the pipe. So as I explained, this is what the minor loss, that is manometer. So before going to start with the experiment, you have to fill this manometer with a manometric liquid, that is CCl4 or the mercury. So initially you have to remove the whatever the entrapped air is there in the left limb as well as the right limb, and you have to maintain the equal levels of the manometric liquid in the both the limbs. So after doing this setup, you have to start with the experiment. You have to allow the minimum discharge here. So you have to open the valve. This is what the controlling valve through which you are going to allow the water. So just open the valve for the different trials. You have to just open this valve for the first trial. So whenever the discharge is allowed here, so the water starts flowing in the pipe. So this is what the larger diameter pipe, this is the smaller diameter pipe. So because of the sudden contraction, there is a variation in the water level in the manometer reading. The corresponding left limb reading and right limb reading you have to note down. So after taking this manometer reading, so you have to take the collecting tank reading here. This is what the collecting tank. You have to close the valve. So you have to close this collecting tank wall, and you have to take what is the time taken for the 20 centimeter rise of the water level using this piezometer. So this is what the procedure, the first trial we have taken. Similarly, you have to take the several trials by increasing the discharge here. So 4 to 5 trials you have to take by increasing this discharge, and the corresponding manometer readings you have to consider. So this is what the brief procedure for the minor losses in the pipe. So this is what the tabular column what we are used to find out the minor losses in the pipes. So one experiment we are going to conduct for the sudden contraction, and another trial is for the sudden enlargement. So for the sudden contraction, this is what the tabular column. So you can observe here the serial number is there. You have to note down the number of trials what you have taken. So just note down in this column. So then the manometric reading. So as we know, the manometer is having the left limb as well as the right limb. You have to take what is the left limb reading and right limb reading. So it is denoted by H1 and H2 respectively. So then you have to take the equivalent manometer reading. So that is HM is equal to the H2 minus H1. You just take the difference of these two. So that equivalent head of water is calculated, that is H is equal to, so that is HM divided by 100 minus SM minus 1. SM is nothing but what? The specific gravity of the manometric liquid. So whatever the manometric liquid you have used, you just consider the specific gravity of that manometric liquid. Then this is related to the collecting tank reading. So whatever the time taken for the collecting tank to raise the 20 centimeter rise in the water in the piezometer, you just note on that time in this tabular column. So after taking this reading, so you have to, this is what the calculations. So left limb reading, right limb reading, as well as the collecting tank reading, you need to take during the conduction of the experiment. So then we are having the actual discharge, that is the actual discharge QA is equal to, you are having the formula A into R divided by, that is T into 100 here. So T into 100, T is nothing but the time taken for the 20 centimeter rise, and then you have to calculate velocity of pipe 1. So you know that in the observations I have explained A1 and A2. A1 and A2 is nothing but area of the pipe 1 and area of the pipe 2. The corresponding area I have to consider and find out what is the velocity in that pipe. That is, velocity is equal to discharge divided by area. So you just calculate what is the velocity in the pipe 1 and velocity in the pipe 2 by substituting the corresponding areas of pipe 1 as well as the pipe 2 here. So then we are having the equation that is HE is equal to 0.5 V square divided by 2G. So this is what the head loss because of the sudden contraction, that is HC is equal to 0.5 into V square divided by 2G is the formula, that is head loss due to the sudden contraction. So this is what the tabular column what we have used to find out the head loss due to the sudden contraction here. The same tabular column we can use for the sudden enlargement. You just observe here. So we can say use the sudden enlargement. Only the difference is what the formula. So you just consider the sudden enlargement. We will consider the formula V1 minus V2 whole square divided by 2G. The same thing you have to consider. The entire tabular column is same, but the only difference is for the sudden contraction, this is the formula, and for the sudden enlargement, V1 minus V2 square V2 whole square divided by 2G. So this is what the tabular column what we have used to find out the head loss because of the sudden enlargement and the sudden contraction of the pipe.